Okay, so first let me give you a demonstration of this little chatbot that I built. Bring that back up. So this is a little bit more of a sophisticated bot, the kind of thing that you can do with AIML. I'll just ask some questions and you can see how it responds. Hello?
I'm pleased to meet you.
How are you?
I'm happy and alive. That's all I can ask for.
What is the square root of 8,642,971?
The result is 2,939.893.
How far is the capital of Nigeria from the 4th smallest country in South America?
The distance between Abuja, Nigeria, and Paramaribo, the capital of Suriname, is 4,277 miles.
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
A whole forest.
Who was MVP of the 1979 Super Bowl?
MVP Terry Bradshaw at quarterback.
All right, so the way I'm doing this is a combination of AIML and some APIs. So it'll look up information when you ask it objective facts like who was this or who did that, or math questions, and you can program in some of the more subjective responses, and there's a lot of really interesting interplay between those two systems. So I'm going to show you how to build a very simple chatbot. This code. So the second lesson will be how to actually build one of these interfaces, which is not super complicated, but not part of this lesson. So if you want to play with AIML live and see your responses and you don't have one of these avatars, you could use a site like pandorabots.com. I'll put it in a chat. And they allow you to upload AIML and play with it and teach the bot different new things. So I put a link in the chat there for PandoraBots. I'll give an interface like this to anybody who's helping on the Robots Without Borders project. So if you want to like help us teach the bots and help write some HTML, then I'll give you your own one of these avatars so you can have voice recognition and fun things to play with. But it's not really necessary. You could just use the pandorabots.com to do a basic text input. You type in and bot answers you, and you teach it that way. All right, so I'm going to start at the very, very beginning here. This first line is kind of unnecessary. It's used by my interpreter, by my Notepad++ here to color code the tags. I like that. It's not necessary. You could do this coding in Notepad and any text editor. It's really, straightforward. It's just a text file. So I put them in as a good practice, but most AIML programs are not going to need this line here, so we'll just ignore it. If you're familiar with AIML, then HTML follows the same kind of syntax. It's an XML-based language, which stands for Extensible Markup Language. Extensible means basically you can make whatever programming language you want. So things like HTML and AIML are agreed upon definitions of what these tags mean. But it's certainly possible, and I've done it many times, to write your own programming language and in an XML-based format. Every AIML document is going to start with the AIML tag. You're going to notice the closing tag. You should think of these as boxes. So everything inside these two tags is your AIML set. That's the box you're in. Then individual responses from your bot are called categories. So I have one in here. I'm going to activate this code now to this bot. So just give me 1 second. Hello.
I don't have an answer for that.
So you can see he says, I don't have an answer for that, and he will say that for everything.
I don't have an answer for that.
That's because we only have one command in here. So the only thing you can say is, I don't have an answer for that right now. So each output for the bot is going to be in between these two category tags. And the two very basic parts of that are pattern and template. Pattern is what it hears from the user or what you type in. So this star is a wildcard. That means anything the person says, it's going to answer with the answer inside of the template tag. So template is what it says. Pattern is what it hears. Right now, I have the pattern set to wildcard so that anything it hears, it says, I don't have an answer for that. Let's now give them some basic responses here. So I'm going to copy this tag again. You have to open and close them, remember? So these are, now he has two answers. They're identical. Let's replace this with hello. This is case insensitive. It doesn't matter. So it can be hello like that. It will still understand. So now when it says hello, we'll have it respond, hello human. I'm going to save this and I'm going to upload it to my bot. Hello. Hello. You can't hear me. Hello. Oh, sorry, I'm on the wrong page. Hello.
Hello, human.
But anything else I say, he's still going to give the I don't have an answer for that.
I don't have an answer for that.
So this is how this is called the pickup or the catch-all. Basically, when the robot doesn't have an answer, it's going to use this category of star.
I don't have an answer for that.
Hello.
Hello, human.
So we could use the star in other ways as well. For example, if I were to say, hello robot, he wouldn't understand that. And we don't want to go in here, and it's impossible to go in and program in every single thing that the robot might hear. So these stars come in very, very useful for that. So let me duplicate this again. So we have a hello category. Now we're going to have hello star. So now when I say hello, anything after it, if the first word in the sentence is hello, it's going to use this answer. So let's upload that. Hello.
Hello, human.
Hello, robot.
Hello, my friend.
So you can see from that example that anything you say after hello now, it picks up in that category. So AIML tag has to be there for all documents. Categories are individual responses. We went over the star tag. Pattern is what it heard. Template is what it says back. So these are the very basic AIML tags. If you know just these few tags and a few more that I'll show you today, you could basically build any kind of interface. It gets a lot more complicated, like a lot of things. I compare it to Photoshop, where it's easy to jump in and learn, but it's hard to, master it. But certainly it's easier than most people think. Most people think it's, more complicated than it is, especially if you have some programming background. You'll pick this up very, very quickly. So now we have our greetings in there, but again, we don't want to program in every single thing that the person says. Person may say hi, person may say good morning. So we could use this combination of the stars, and I'm going to show you a new tag, which is the SRAI tag. The SRAI tag is a little more complicated to explain. So what it means in a nutshell is anything inside this SRAI tag, and it goes inside the template. This is what the robot says. So we're going to put SRAI. Now, this tag tells the robot to go to another part of the program. So now I'm going to say, if you hear hi, go to, the SRAI tag is essentially a go-to tag, and you're going to go to hello. So the robot's not actually going to say hello. It's going to go to the hello pattern. So now when I say hi, it should be the same as him hearing hello. Let me upload this and make sure that that is correct. Hello. Oops. Hello.
Hello, human.
Hello, robot. Good morning.
Hello, my friend.
Hi.
Hello, human.
So you notice now it went to the hello category, not this star category, because it was just hello that we sent it to. So when you hear hi, go to this other section instead. And this could get very complicated. It's a form of recursion because different topics can bounce it all over the code to very different places. And actually, it gets mathematically complicated, where if you have a lot of this kind of recursion, no human being and even no classical computer can always predict what answer the robot is going to use, because you run into mathematical problems like the traveling salesman problem, like trying to trace the path. So this is how you get really dynamic behavior in a chatbot. And to me, it's really interesting and exciting when you get unpredictable results. So this SRAI tag helps a lot with that. Let me see what AIML tag, category tag, pattern tag, and template tag. And we went to SRAI tag. This star tag can also be used inside the template. So let's go over that one. Say you want to make the robot repeat something. You can say the new category in here. Now I'm going to put repeat after me star. So when it hears repeat after me and anything after it, we're going to have a new tag here. This new tag is star. The star tag simply gives you the whatever this star was. So if I say repeat after me, my name was Sam, the star here represents my name is Sam. It's going to say, since the template is where the robot says, it's going to say my name is Sam. So let me upload this and test that. Hello. Oops. Hello.
Hello, human.
Repeat after me. My name is Louis.
My name is Luis.
Repeat after me. Yabba dabba doo.
Jabba dabba doo.
Let's use this in a more interesting way. So this can be used also to repeat someone's name back. New category. If the robot hears anything, name is anything. So now this would be, hi, my name is Joe. Good morning, how are you doing? I wanted to let you know my name is Joe. It'll still hear the Joe at the end because of this star. Anything that comes after name is, it's gonna remember. So when you have multiple stars, now we have 2 stars. So how does this star know? Well, this star by itself is just the first one. We want the second star because that's the person's name. So what we're gonna do is index equals 2. That tells it that it's a second star. And if it was a third star or fourth star, it would be index equals 3 or 4. So what we're doing in this category is capturing the person's name. So your name is, and it's going to repeat the person's name. Upload that. Hello.
Hello, human.
My name is Louis.
Your name is Luis.
Good morning. I just wanted to tell you something. Maybe sometimes I'm rambling on, but the point of this is that my name is Louis.
Your name is Luis.
So you see how powerful that could be in interpreting the context of an input from a person. Now he'll say, I don't have an answer for that.
I don't have an answer for that.
Okay, let me just read some of the questions here in the chat because I haven't been doing that. Can you have a list of templates for a specific pattern and randomized responses? Yes, actually, that's the next category that we're going to do. So the next tag is the random tag. Now, there are a lot of mathematical operations, and you can even do JavaScript in here. You can blend the programming languages. So in other words, I could write a little 1 line of code that gives a random number between 1 and 5. But let's do it manually. So instead of name is, I'm going to say number between, and this is a bit of a cheat. So now when it hears anything and the words number between fall in the middle of that statement, it's going to use this answer. And this answer is going to be a new tag called the random tag. So random borrows a tag from HTML called the list item tag. So that is with an LI. Every random response you want is going to be in between these randoms and in between this LI tag. So I'm just going to say 1, and we're going to copy that. 2, 3, 4, 5. So now it's going to randomly give me one of these responses every time it hears that sentence. Let's try that. Hello.
Hello, human.
Choose a number between 1 and 5.
4.
Give me a random number between 1 and 5.
3.
Pick a number between 1 and 5.
5.
So you can see, as Josh asked, yes, you can randomize
I
responses.
don't have an answer for that.
Right, so we also have, what about Python? So Python is not something that you're going to write inside of AIML. However, a lot of the interpreters that are used, so right now I'm uploading this to my chatbot, and my chatbot that I'm using for this example is a PHP chatbot, but Python is super usable. In fact, more people use Python for this kind of AI than they do PHP. I just come from a web development background, so I'm more comfortable with PHP, but you could use Java. There are tons of programs out there, and you can tie them in. So if you've seen some of my YouTube channel or some of my videos, like, you could do visual recognition. There's lots of cool stuff that you can use to tie this in, because you could use AIML as a controller, which is what I did in that more advanced chatbot that we saw earlier. Obviously, I can't program in millions of responses, so I have this AIML basically giving commands to the search engines. So Michelle asked, what about Alexa? You could replicate anything that Alexa could do with this technology, and lots of things that Alexa can't do. So Alexa can't do facial recognition. This, you can tie facial recognition as, and I have done that. I have lots of videos of doing that, where you can see if a person's sad, if a person's happy, or whatever you recognize objects. So it's very, very extensible in that way, and it plays well, which is why I use it. So it's really simple to get started, even with just these tags. Like, see, you could build some very sophisticated bots, and it only gets deeper from here when you add other layers of visual recognition, machine learning. In the second tutorial, I'll go over how to do this voice recognition and avatar and have it speak and hear. It's two different technologies that I'm tying together. Basically, I'm using a voice recognition here to generate text, and then I'm feeding that text into this AIML file. And then the answer, I'm feeding it back to the voice output, and it's saying whatever the AIML said. So, usually people will do chatbots in text. I could actually take over other people's chatbots with this. I'll make a video about that. I didn't actually make one, but I didn't explain it very well. I made a Noam Chomsky bot. So the Noam Chomsky chatbot is like one of the most popular chatbots, and I can give it a face, give it a voice, and put it as part of this system, even as a sub of this system. But I'll make a video about that. So let's see another tag here. So those are the basic tags. SRAIs means go to another category. We show how to randomize. We show how to use the star tag and how to use multiple stars together. There's one more thing that I would like to show in here, even though we don't necessarily need it. So remember, this is our catch-all. When you have just a star, that means if it doesn't fit any other category, do this. There's, besides the star, you could also use an underscore. And the only difference between them is that the underscore is more powerful. This So what's going to happen when I upload this is it's going to choose this answer. It's basically the same as a star, but underscore wins. So if you have two answers, and one is a star and one is an underscore, the underscore is going to win. So let's test that. Let me upload. Hello?
This answer has preference.
So you see how this answer has preference now because it beat all the other ones. So I wouldn't recommend using this. I just want you to be aware that it's there, because now that I have an underscore here, it beats everything else less specific than an underscore.
This answer has preference.
So we're gonna delete that because that's no fun. And just wanted to show you that it was there, and it has some uses in the more, when you get a little more advanced.
This answer has preference.
There's a few more tags I want to go over here. Get SRI. We could do set and get.
I don't have an answer for that.
Okay, let's do the that tag. This is another tag that could be a little confusing. So let me try to explain it.
I don't have an answer for that.
As best I can.
I don't have an answer for that.
Okay, so the that tag goes in between.
I don't have an answer for that.
Let me shut him up. So the that tag, again, I don't like the way some of these tags are named. It's in kind of an old programming language that was brought back. So it's not really like that doesn't describe what it's actually saying. I'll explain to you what it does here. Okay, so that tag means if this is the last thing the bot said. So if the last thing I said was hello human, then instead of using the original, we're going to use this one, but only if the bot's last answer was hello human. So hopefully I coded that right, and let's see if that works. Let me upload. Testing.
I don't have an answer for that.
Hello.
Hello, human.
Hello.
Hello, human.
Hello.
You already said hello.
Right. So it only works on the second time because that was the last thing he said.
I don't have an answer for that.
Hello.
Hello, human.
Hello.
You already said hello.
No, it's not really case sensitive. I was just playing with the punctuation. None of this is case sensitive. I think it was probably, since I did it that way.
I don't have an answer for that.
Probably wasn't the case. It was probably the extra space between. So, you know, you should be neat with your tags and not sloppy like I am and put them, you know.
I don't have an answer for that.
Put them properly.
I don't have an answer for that.
All right, so that's the that tag. Couple more tags I want to show here, and then that'll be a good lesson one, I think. Another important tag is the topic tag. Let's do a topic. It doesn't matter how much space you put in between the tags. Right, so we're going to do a topic. So I created a topic here named password, and whatever's inside this category is only going to be used if the subject is password. I'll explain that a little better. So and whatever. All right, so let me, which one's not muted here? So I'm going to give it a password of 1, 2, 3, 4, right? That's the correct password. This will make sense in a minute. Oh, this gives us a chance to actually use another tag. So we also have a think tag. The think tag is what the bot thinks but doesn't say. And you can use that to set variables, to remember things. In this case, I'm going to use it to set the topic back to default, which is nothing. So if they guess the password wrong, it says that's incorrect, and it goes outside of the topic. Now what we have to do is another think tag. It's not muted. So what I'm writing here is a comment, just like in HTML, same format for comment. So anything here is just ignored by the parser. So this is the password topic, and that's just for like remembering in notes in your own code. So I'm going to make one more. And the response here is going to be, what is the password? All right, so this is outside of the topic. This is how you enter into a topic. So we're going to do another think tag here, and that is setting the topic to password. So when the user says, let me in, the bot will change the topic to password, and now you have to guess the password. And these responses in the topic tag, in between the topic tag, become dominant. Let me see if that works. I'll upload it. Hopefully we don't have any errors. Upload. Hello?
Hello, human.
Let me in.
What is the password?
5678.
That's incorrect.
Let me in.
What is the password?
1234.
That's incorrect.
No. So what happened here was
I don't have an answer for that.
the voice recognition puts it as 1234 with spaces because I have a slight pause between.
I don't have an answer for that.
So I'm going to put the spaces in. And
I don't have an answer for that.
we'll upload it again. And there are lots of ways.
I don't have an answer for that.
Like I said, this is kind of the beginner tutorial. There are lots of ways to correct for this kind of thing, you know, with stars, with a lot of different techniques. But right now, I'm just going to hard code it in so that it has the spaces. Hello?
Hello, human.
Let me in.
What is the password?
2345.
That's incorrect.
Let me in.
What is the password?
1234.
That's incorrect.
That's right. Oh, I crashed my server. Don't worry, it takes a minute and it'll come back on. Ah, and I didn't press the upload button. That would be helpful. One second, it'll restart. Come on. Hello.
Hello, human.
Let me in.
What is the password?
1234.
That's correct.
All right, so now we have them working.
That's incorrect.
Hello.
Hello, human.
So one thing I forgot in here is I have to set the topic to default again, even when you get the correct answer. So I'm going to do that really quickly. And that says whether it's correct or incorrect, the topic is no longer password. So that password, so this is how you can use very specialized narrow AI, like say you're asking somebody a series of questions and
I don't have an answer for that.
And each question depends on the question before it, and you want to keep the bot on topic, you know, then you could use this topic tag just to keep them on topic until either the bot releases you or the person changes the subject. Actually, this is the simplest voice that is available because it's cross-browser. There are some mind-blowing voices out there that are just super emotive, and they're really, really good at, you know, saying, wow, amazing, oh my God. Like they have just this really, really good enunciation and emotional context in the words. But, you know, this is just simple testing. So the voices is actually really complicated and can be relatively simple. For this, I'm using a library called Responsive Voice. You could Google that as responsivevoice.js, and that goes and looks at your browser and shows what's available and chooses from them for you smartly, because every computer has different voices. With Luna, I go even farther than that. So I have a massive amount of redundancies. But responsive voice is a really good way to start because it's easy to install. All right, so topic tag. Now there's also one, we went over think. There's one more set of tags that I want to go over for this beginner tutorial, and that is get and set. Okay. So let's go back to when the person says their name, and let's remember what that name is, right? So here we get the person's name and we repeat it back to them, but we don't remember what their name is. So let's use the get and set tags to remember the name and store it in memory. And then the bot will always remember your name. Even if you log off and log on from another computer, it'll still remember that it's you. Or you don't only have to use it for name, you can use it for anything. So this is how the bot gathers information about the user. So I'm going to add the think tag in here, like we did earlier. This, remember, is part of the answer of the bot, but it's unspoken. So what I've done here is when it hears, hi, my name is Louis, it grabs the second star because that's what we assume is the name. It remembers that the second star is the name, saves that as a variable called username. And now we can use get. So now instead of the star here, well, okay, let's make a whole new category. So this is where I tell the bot my name is, and it saves it into, it repeats it back to me here. What is my name? We don't need this think tag. Now, instead of your name is star, now, oops, now we can just use username. Right. So now I'll upload that. Tutorial. Hello.
Hello, human.
My name is Louis.
Your name is Luis.
What is my name?
Your name is Luis.
Well, now that it knows your name, you could use this get username anywhere. So let's say next time they come, we want to say, instead of hello human, we want to say the person's name. So save. Hello.
Hello, Luis.
My name is Richard.
Your name is Richard.
Hello.
Hello, Richard.
See, so now it remembers. It doesn't. You don't have to ever tell it your name again. And anywhere in this code you use username, it's going to remember.
I don't have an answer for that.
We know you don't. All right. So some people came.
I don't have an answer for that.
Some people came late, so I'm going to do another just quick demo of what the finished version of this bot would be like after a couple of lessons. So let's do that. Hello.
I would be waving my hand if I had one.
Do you think you're smart?
Thanks, I think you are very intelligent too, Luis.
How do you know my name?
I haven't heard anything like that before.
What is the square root of 8,742,953?
The result is 2,956.8484.
How far is the capital of Japan from the fourth smallest country in Africa?
The distance between Tokyo, Japan, and Victoria, the capital of Seychelles, is 6,094 miles.
What is Ghost in the Shell about?
A cyborg policewoman and her partner hunt a mysterious and powerful hacker called the Puppet Master.
Who won the Academy Award for Best Actress in 1966?
The 1966 Academy Award for Best Actress was awarded to Elizabeth Taylor.
Is Elizabeth Taylor alive?
Date of death, March 23rd, 2011.
Where was she born?
Place of birth, London, England, UK.
What is the atomic weight of helium?
Helium has an atomic weight of 4.00 atomic mass units.
So these kind of questions you can see are not something you could program in. So that's kind of like lesson 4 is how to search for objective information. And basically how that works is you catch these stars, and when instead of I don't have an answer, you send this to another program that's like go to find answer program, you know? And it will leave AIML, go to Python or PHP or wherever, and search for the answer and put it back into the AIML. Another future thing is, this is a very basic bot. I literally like built this for the tutorial an hour ago. So they're really simple to use. But the way like something more sophisticated like Luna works is it actually writes these categories on its own. So when it goes to find answer program, it then adds that to its AIML files and it rewrites its own code. So, you know, a lot of the most sophisticated bots in the world that win a lot of prizes are pretty much pure AIML bots. I tend to use AIML in a very different way. Like, to me, AIML is the puppet. It's not really alive. You know, and so something like Luna, like an artificial general intelligence or a really smart bot, is going to animate the puppet from outside. And we use other programming languages and machine learning and neural networks and all kinds of fun stuff. But basically what it's doing is creating itself on the fly, writing its own code as it goes. But to make a bot that writes its own code, obviously you have to know how to like teach it how to write the code. So that's the purpose of this first tutorial. So we did set, I think that is enough of the tags. I'm always here to answer questions. You guys are all my friends on Facebook and YouTube and stuff. So like, ask away. I love to teach this stuff. And I think like we need more people in the world doing it, because there's enough people doing it for military purposes. There's enough people doing it to make rich people richer, to make us click on more ads, and the kind of, you know, uses for this technology go well beyond that. So I would like to see more people using it for, you know, humanitarian purposes, educating children. As you can see just from this small demo of a very small piece of AI, is a really powerful tool, and it can be used to, you know, educate children where there's no teacher. It could be used to, you know, ask people medical questions that might help screen them and, you know, save their lives, you know, by just asking simply like what their symptoms are, and going to a site like WebMD and looking it up and giving them back the information and saying, get that checked out, or don't worry about it. You know, so there's a million uses for this. And like I said, pandorabots.com and other sites like it will let you code AIML and get the responses in a text box on their website. Or you can download your own AIML interpreter if you're, you know, more coding savvy. You could use Python or PHP. I use Program O for PHP AIML. There's Program AB, Program X. They all start with program and end with a letter. But they're just different interpreters for AIML. The next tutorial I'm going to do before I go into a more advanced AIML dynamic coding is how to make these kind of speak and listen